Hey guys, it's Jessica here and welcome back to yet another video here on my channel. So as you guys can tell from the title of this video that I am bringing you guys another must-have mods videos on today. Today I will be going over my must-have default replacement mods. But before beginning to today's video, if you're first time seeing one of my videos, hello, my name is Trisha. I make Sims 3 content. I do Sims 3 content such as speed build videos, gameplay videos, current household videos, so on and so forth. So if that is the type of content that you guys enjoy watching, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And if you're an old time or new time subscriber, make sure you turn that post notification bell to be notified when I post another vid. So without further ado, let's get into today's video. So the first mod that I'm going to introduce you guys to is the default plants by moveobjects. This mod basically just replaces the looks of the plants, especially if you're someone that likes to do the gardening skill in The Sims 3. It just replaces the looks of the plants that you plant. The next mod is the fast change camera mod by Boring Bones. This changes the whole Sims 3 mechanic when you right click on your sim on the Sims panel, and instead of dragging you across the whole map, it just instantly focuses on your sim without having to do the whole drag motion that it originally does. The next mod is the Better Ingredients Thumbnails mod by Taste Like Fridge. It basically replaces the thumbnails of your ingredients even when you go and shop for groceries, as well as when you open up your fridge. The next mod that I recommend is the Cast Room Recolored. Now, a lot of people already know about Cast Recolored rooms. I'm pretty sure a good majority of people use Cast Recolored, but if you are someone that's new to The Sims 3, of course you can change the color of the cast room. I used the one by Boring Bones. I ended up giving you guys two other options. One is by Simsy45 and the other one is by Koala Cannon. The next mod that I like to recommend are my eye default replacements. I use the Ephemera MS93s by Burnt Waffles. Now these both come in a regular default and a non-default, so if you don't like messing with default eyes or anything of that sort, then you can go ahead and get these also in non-default. The next mod that I would like to recommend is the Pure Cast Lighting mod by Chrysolid. Hopefully I am pronouncing his name right. This mod basically just helps the lighting and cast. It allows you to see your Sims clearer. It allows you to see the textures on your Sim skin clearer, as well as allow you to clearly see what you are doing when you're tweaking their face, their body, things of that nature. So this is such a good mod to have. There are different versions of this mod that will allow you to either have it very bright or have it very minimal where you're able to still have light in your cast. The next mod is the Stand Still and Closer Camera and Cast by Chrysolid as well. This basically just allows your Sims to stand still and cast, because I hate when I'm making a Sim and my Sim does a lot of moving and looking around and I'm just stay still, please. The next mod is the Move Objects cheat with hotkey by Eka. I don't know how to pronounce their name, but this mod is pretty much self-explanatory. It gives you a hotkey instead of you having to type in the cheat Move Objects or Constrain Floor Elevation. You could just select one of the key letters on your keyboard instead of you having to type in the full cheat. The next mod is the Clean UI by Just Miha97. This mod replaces the UI and give it a more cleaner look. Now, a lot of people use this mod because it's more easier on others' eyes compared to EA's original bright color, and it helps with me with my eyes as well. Like, I never noticed how clearer my vision is when I use this mod, and it's easier for you to also find things in build and buy, as well as the furniture selecting icons as well. The next mod is the Snow But Better Snow Replacement mod. I don't know how to pronounce their name. I will leave the name of the creator on the screen. This mod is basically what it is. It's a snow replacement mod. It just smooths out some of the snow that EA originally put out in the game. It gives it a more realistic, smooth texture compared to the texture that EA put out in the game. The next mod is the default replacement Dinner Plate, Child Plate, and Bowl by Miss Poodle. This just replaces the plates and bowls that your Sims eat off in your game. The next mod is the CC icon replacements by Nan Freres. This basically just replaces the CC icons that you see when you install CC into your game. The next mod is the default replacement flowers by moveobjects. This default replacement replaces the flowers that you get when your Sim either gives or receives in the romantic panel, and these flowers just make really good centerpieces, and just by having this default replacement, it beautifies it a lot more than what it originally looked like. The next mod is the default replacement for Wildflowers from moveobjects. It's the same thing for the other one that I just mentioned. It's just replacing the wildflowers that come with The Sims 3 Seasons. The next mod is the thumbnail camera edits by SimOK. This mod just allows your sim to look forward instead of the usual sideways glance they usually do in the little thumbnail picture. The next mod is the improved environmental shadows by SimsE45. This mod basically enhances the environmental shadows that are in your Sims 3 worlds. Now there are two separate options that you can choose from. There are darker shadows as well as dynamic shadows. Each one illuminates different shadows for your world, so if you want a more dramatic type of shadowing, you can go for the darker shadow, or if you want something that's more simplistic and not so dark, you can go for the dynamic shadows. The next mod is the tree default replacement by TwinSimi. It just replaces the trees that you use for if you're planting or gardening. It gives it a more of a realistic look instead of the usual crumbled up ball look that EA presented for gardening. The next mod that I would like to mention is my lighting mod. I use the one about Nix's. This mod provides a lot of options that you can choose from. I use the no green sunset, brighter waters, and brighter nights, but you can choose whichever one that you prefer. If you are not into the lighting mod that I just mentioned, you can also use the one by Burnt Waffles. That's the one that I originally used, but I always choose between the Nix's lighting mod as well as the Burnt Waffles lighting mod, which also comes in many options as well. So the next mods that I'm going to be mentioning are alternatives to the ones that I have in my game, because the ones I have in my game are no longer up for download anymore. So these are the ones that I have used in the past. So the first alternative mod that I would like to mention is the realistic clouds by Noxus. This just gives the clouds a better look in your Sims 3 game. Y'all know how much I love looking up in the sky. I love the sunsets and all of that jazz in my game. So these just enhance the clouds and it just looks so pretty, y'all. So pretty. The next alternative mod that I would like to mention is the Fantasy Moon default replacement mod. Don't know how to pronounce their name, but I will have it on the screen. This just replaces the moon in your Sims game. So they have different options that you can choose from, which I think is great. The next mod is the Milky Way Night Sky by Noxus. Y'all, I love this default replacement so much. It's so pretty, especially when you look up in the sky. It's so beautiful, but it conflicts with one of my default replacement mods. And don't worry, it's not ones that I've mentioned. It's actually one that is no longer up for download. So I'm giving you guys this alternative and I think y'all will love it. It will brighten up your skies. It will look better, especially if you have one of the lighting mods that I mentioned. The next mod is the enhanced starfield mod by Burnt Waffles. Now y'all, this mod gives you such a beautiful skies. I honestly might replace it with the one that I have in my game, only because it gives you more of a collective amount of stars, as well as I want to say it doesn't conflict with the Milky Way by Noxus, but it's such a beautiful replacement mod that I think you guys should add in your game. And the next and final mod that I'm going to be mentioning is my reshade. Now I've gotten questions in the past about what reshade that I use. I use the reshade by Little Mystery, the preset warm. I love it. It just gives it more of a natural look. But if you guys would like to know how to download reshade, I will leave a link to the video that I followed by a cotton sock on how to install reshade and how to insert presets into your game to help work with The Sims 3. Anyways guys, that was it for today's video. If you guys have any questions about any of the mods that I have mentioned, please let me know in the comments down below and I will try to answer it to the best of my abilities. If you guys would like to download any of these mods that I mentioned, I will leave a link to the spreadsheet that I created for these mods in the link in the description down below as well. If you guys would like a part 2 or just more must-have mods videos in general, let me know in the comments down below. But if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Also subscribe if you haven't already and turn that post notification bell if you haven't already. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.